Our regularly scheduled programming will not be shown in order to bring you the following special presentation.
Game day is what we're working so hard for.
You know, it's you got a different feeling in your stomach.
I'm basically getting a chance to live my childhood dream.
It's hard to control your excitement. You know what you got to do. I get real anxious.
Time to rock and roll! Can't sleep at night.
Game day to me is people that are getting together, spending time with family and friends.
As we start talking, you start to get a little pumped up.
But it's just an anxious feeling. It's very exciting, and you want to get to the stadium as soon as possible.
Yeah!
This is Bucs Game Day, Inside the Huddle. And now your host, J.P. Peterson.
You are about to experience a Buccaneers game day like you've never seen it before. With our special access, we'll take you backstage, show you what happens before the curtain comes up at our neighborhood theater known as Raymond James Stadium. Now let's meet our main characters who will take you on this unprecedented journey. You will experience game day through the steely, intense eyes of head coach Jon Gruden. You will hear and feel his passion for football, for his hometown Buccaneers. Game day is his lifeblood, and you will see how Coach Chucky prepares. Now, perhaps almost as passionate about the Buccaneers, 24-year-old Kimberly Kolinski, a junior Buccaneer cheerleader. As a little girl, this Clearwater native is living out her childhood dream. It's her 4th year in the cast. She has gone overseas to perform for our troops and will graduate from USF with a degree in broadcasting. She's exceptional in so many ways, and you'll see how the Buccaneer cheerleaders make it all happen. And speaking of childhood dreams come true, number 21, Marquise Fitzgerald, grew up in a humble St. Petersburg neighborhood, playing sandlot football and hoping to one day play for the Bucs. Through incredible perseverance and a tough-as-nails, hard-working mom, Marquise helped take Dixie Hollins to the state high school playoffs and in college won a national title at Miami. But becoming the first in his family to graduate from college meant more to Mom. Marquise has spent a lifetime preparing for this game day, a make-or-break performance for this rookie, and you'll experience his tumultuous and emotional 24 hours with his mom, his family, a truly heartwarming and heart-wrenching story. And you'll follow the local media, including the Bucs radio network, eavesdropping on analyst Scott Brantley's pregame chats with coaches. And Roy Cummings and me will show you how we bring you, the fans, the newspapers and television stories that help formulate public opinion of your beloved Buccaneers. And game day would not be complete without the fans. You'll experience game day through the eyes of Big Nasty. By day, a mild-mannered fitness consultant, but on game day, a transformation that will blow your mind. And we'll visit with number 20, Ronde Barber. We'll take you to his home to see how Ronde handles being a husband, a father, and an all-pro performer on game day. So now, Act 1, Scene 1 of Buccaneers Game Day. The curtain comes up. It begins the night before as the players arrive at a downtown Tampa hotel. Ronde, what are your, when you guys go to the hotel the night before, what's that like for you and the players? Is it just bonding time, or is it just like?
It's kind of a recap stuff. We go to a special teams meeting. Hit our our adjustments one last time. Go to the team our defensive meeting, offensive meeting, do the same thing, and then we basically have like 2 hours just to kind of relax, eat, watch whatever college football games on that night. And we got treated like a business trip.
What is the significance of the bed check the night before? I mean, it's kind of funny because they are grown men. They know what they're supposed to do, but you got to have them in there by 11 o'clock.
That's just a big part of football. I think it's an exclamation point, I think, in terms of the discipline that you're looking for. You check them in the hotel during training camp. You obviously want to make sure that your team is focused and squared away and not distracted the night before a ball game. And most of the time you don't have to worry about anybody, but every once in a while you got a few guys that have a little bigger backyard than you and I have. You got to keep an eye on some of these guys.
Have there been any notorious Buccaneers that don't make bed check while you've been here?
We got a good group of guys, man. Guys are there's probably a few exceptions, but for the most part, there's some guys that guys that understand it. We got a job to do on Sunday, so we pretty much hang in.
Pressure is like
come on. If I got to be here, you better be here.
Yeah, you always get a bed check at about 11 o'clock the night before a game. That's just part of the deal.
When you wake up in the morning on game day, kind of describe, without being too specific, but somewhat specific, what do you do when that alarm clock goes off? I mean, is it the coffee first? Do you get the paper? What exactly do you do?
You normally go out and get a little jog or something and come back, take a shower, and get down there and see if breakfast is served yet. Usually the hotel isn't open, but just start messing with your sideline sheet, start anticipating some of the contingency plans that you might have to make if the weather's poor. If somebody gets hurt, what are you going to do at a certain position? Who's going to be active and inactive? Things like that, strategy type things. And you meet with your coaches and talk about different situations, and then you begin to just see the psyche of your team.
What does game day mean to you? I mean, after all the work is done, when you wake up in the morning and it's game day, what are the emotions that go through your mind?
Oh man, it depends. A lot of it depends on what time the game is. If it's a late game, a lot of it's, oh God, I'm gonna sit here and chill out till 4 o'clock before I get ready to go. But normal games, the 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock games, you get up probably about 10 o'clock and you just can't. It's hard to control your excitement because you know what you got to do. There's no use going into your head, calls, plays, everything else. It's reaction by then. I get real anxious.
To both of you guys, what's it been like for the last 4 months with the meal? Has it changed your perspective at all, Ronnie? Just on life?
Perspective on life, absolutely, man. It's impossible to put into words what a baby does for you, and
Yeah.
People ask me about it all the time, and I'm like, you know what? Unless you have one and been through it, it's really hard to say how much you love them because they do change your outlook on life. And, it's an extension of you and of us, and that's something more special than words can tell.
Yeah.
Diaper strategy. How do you guys?
Who's ever holding her when she needs to be changed? Change her.
That's it.
It works out. It evens out. I mean, I grew up with 3 younger cousins, so I've changed diapers before. So,
It's all habit.
yeah, it's all habit. It's easy. She learned.
Who's faster?
I think I am.
Of course.
You know what? She's gonna wet it again sooner or later, so just put it on.
It couldn't be any more special just for the simple fact, I'm basically getting a chance to live my childhood dream and go out and play football in the NFL. And with this, it is something new for me, you know what I mean? I'm a rookie, and I go out, and it's just exciting to me to go out and be in front of a crowd that I've always cheered for and been a part of as a child. And now I'm, like on the other end of the spectrum, you know what I mean? I'm one of the guys that the crowd's cheering for. So, I mean, I might listen to a few CDs,
Game day classic.
I've been listening to that CD since I was in high school, and I mean, hey, it's been working for me, so I keep it as part of my game day repertoire.
I got a ritual ever since I've been in college. I'd always, the night before I go to games, I don't know, for whatever reason, I'd always go play the lottery. I don't know why I even buy a lottery ticket, man. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna never win it. I don't know. I'm doing this. It's probably one gamble I'm gonna take with my life outside of football, I mean, I do that. I might go over and stop by and speak to my grandparents just because they don't get to see me as much as they want, but I'm always on the go.
Hey, my watchdog, man.
Hey, what's going on,
Okay,
Dad? I'm all right.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
All right. Just doing a couple of years.
This is John Baker. This is my grandfather.
How you doing? I went to have lunch. What's up?
Nothing. I was just stopping by to say hi before I went on in or whatever. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go over and
How's the family?
everybody doing all right.
We all wishing the best for him this evening, so I like his attitude towards it because he said if, he's not playing in this area, we might have to fly to see him play. That's pretty good.
Somebody, how you feeling?
I'm all right, man. A little bit nervous, just kind of wondering what's the outcome gonna be. Not more or less the outcome, whether I'm gonna play some or not, or you know, that's about it, really. That's all I don't know, I just want to get a chance to get on the field and do what I do, basically. That's it. Make my family proud, man.
We have a game today, and I can't wait to get on that field. We have to pack our bags. It takes quite some time. This morning I was so excited. I was up at 8 o'clock. This is our to bring list. So on the list I have to have my skirt and my shorts, my long sleeve top, and my game day palms. Game day to me is people that are getting together, spending time with family and friends, supporting a team that they love. Every year I write a letter to the line. You spend 5 months with them prior to the game, and you learn about each one of them, and everybody's different, but the 8 of us have to work together in order to perform well on that field. So it's just a positive, good luck letter to them all. I was a junior Buccaneer cheerleader when I was 6 years old. I have a picture of me with pigtails and this statuesque cheerleader, and I didn't know that 20-something years later I would be on the field myself. And I have my black boots. You would think after 4 years I'd be able to get it all in, but it still is tricky at times to make sure I get everything in my bag like I should. No bellboys, there's nobody that can help you out, so you have to make sure you're ready to lug everything around. If you're gonna pack all this stuff, if you're gonna pack some extra things, you better be prepared to take it from bus to locker room, back to bus. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to go. Trip number 1. I have 1 more to go. That's it.
In this beauty salon, it's very important on how you represent your family in the community. And I've talked to him a lot about that type of thing, is don't go out and do anything that would embarrass us or yourself. And, you know, if you're going out there to play ball, you go out there and play ball and play it as hard as you can possibly play. I was never the football mom. I didn't know what the lines meant on the field, so I'm just, you know, when people used to tell me, oh, he's good, Marquise is going all the way with this. There's a whole team out there, everybody's good, you know. Marquise and I made a pact. You can play football, but you also have to bring him in the grade. When he was in the 5th grade, he made a 6th. And when I got his report card, I said, go in the room and get your equipment. He said, yeah, it's about time for football practice. I said, no, you're not playing football anymore. And he looked and started to cry. And I said, why are you crying? I'll do better the next time. I said, I know you will. And now watching him do the NFL thing, I'm really proud of him. He wants to do well. He wants to prove himself as an excellent player, which I know he is. But I'm, you know, like I always tell him, my proudest moment was when he graduated from college. Really, we considered different schools that were interested in him. And I liked Miami because it was close to home. And if I had to go over there and deal with him, he was only 3.5 to 4 hours away.
First thing I do is I put all my flags out, blow up the giant nasty out front, and get everything ready where I feel like we're putting war gear out.
How much you got over there?
A lot, like 6 inches.
After that, you start putting on the war paint. And then it starts to change. You start to become into character. You actually, instead of Keith, you become the big nasty. We do this, and this is great.
You like Uncle Kenny's face?
It's Buccaneers Saturday, baby! You get pumped up, and as you get dressed and you're ready to rock and you put the war gear on, you feel like you're one of the players.
I believe if you miss one article, it'll jinx you. So I don't like to miss anything.
The neighbors think I'm nuts. Who cares? These are Tampa Bay Bucs. To be straight with you, they've been part of my life, all my life. It just grew into a passion. And little did I know it's going to be this much fun and enjoying it, and it's growing into something like this.
And I'm here, baby, live and in charge, baby. Time to rock and roll. Woo!